Top Car Detailing. So back in the studio today, I've got the Aston Martin Vantage in. You can see we're going to be washing the car now. We've got the snowfall on at the moment. Anyhow, I'll have to go now. I've got a lot to do. Wash this car, get it back in the studio, and I'll catch you later. Right, so in this next video what we'll be doing is looking at the Aston Martin Vantage, different bits and pieces on what we're going to be doing with this particular vehicle. So the wheels will be coming off shortly, all the wheel arches are going to get cleaned up. Major paint correction needed on this car too, lots of major defects and that type of thing. Also what we'll be doing, where the plastic film is here, we'll be taking all that off, where the wheel arches are, get rid of that, and then we can get the all of the car machine polished up, get all that prepped and that, put the new film back on, and then we're good to go later for the coating. We're going to be doing the full interior of the car too on this fantastic vehicle. So right, anyway, I must crack on and I'll catch up with you soon. Right, so what we'll do, we'll lift the car up in the air now and we can get all the wheels off in one go. Great bit of kit this in the studio. This also gives us access to all areas on the car, so we can get under the bumpers, wheel arches, sills, rear bumper, in the exhaust system, and we have cars come in sometimes and they ask, well, what about the exhaust? We just have a new one fitted. We can actually coat that as well. And we've done that for a customer of ours who had a Focus RS Mark III. So very important if you want any more info on that as well. And we can also add different bolt-ons as well to our car detailing packages. Right, anyway, I must crack on. We're going to get these wheels off now and then move on to the next stage. And the other thing about it is, as well, we can do paintless dent removal as well as an in-house service. So if you'd like any information on that, there's a page on our website, gives you more info, and just contact us if you've got any dents in your car, panels, etc. before bringing it in. We can sort that out here on site too. Now gives us access to all areas here, so we can clean all the suspension up, the wheel arches, and we've also got a coating now for the wheel arches which is hydrophobic, so it repels everything. So if you like any information on that, don't hesitate to give us a call, and that is can be put on as a bolt-on, so any detailing package here, what we have. Well, that's one side removed, just the other to go now, and then we can get all this polished up as well here, cleaned up and sorted. Here we have the Aston Martin Vantage that's come in for a major paint correction detail and the G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra package. Just taking a look around the car at the moment. Some of the defects on this is absolutely horrendous. We've got all sorts going on. Lots of swirl marks, holograms, scratches in the paintwork on this particular vehicle. When you're doing this type of work, you need a proper detailing studio, so with the correct lighting in so we can see what we're doing. Actually looks like somebody's actually washed this with a Brillo pad by the looks of things. Hell of a lot going on here in the paintwork. Now on the driver's side of the Aston Martin Vantage, doing some machine polishing here, just started first cut, and then once we're looking along here, this is the state the paintwork's in. On the right hand side here, all the swirl marks and holograms, what a mess it is. On the left hand side, we're just doing the first stage of polishing, the first cut here, and we're getting more clarity, but the car is in an absolute mess, the paintwork. But this is what we specialise in here at Top Car Detailing, and we're going to put this car right and make it better for our customer, and then we're going to give it a long-term protection later on. So, right, anyhow, must crack on. Lots to do on this fantastic car. Started the first stage machine polishing on the Aston Martin Vantage. On the left hand side, as you can see, we're refining the paint a bit more. On the right hand side here, really bad, lots of defects in the paintwork, and this is all over this particular car. So quite a bit of work on to turn this particular one around. As you can see on the Aston Martin here, we've got lots of defects, really bad scratches in the paintwork, and it looks like somebody's been scuffing it with something or other, but it's marked all the lacquer. This is on the right hand side of the boot lid at the moment. Got some really severe defects here in the paintwork. There's only so far you can actually go, but we've had to do a bit of wet sanding here to try and remove them on the boot lid here on the Aston Martin. But what we'll do now, we'll polish this area up, bring it back, and we'll see if we've sorted that bit of a mess out there. Right, so when you're doing wet sanding work, you've got to know exactly how much you can actually take off. So we don't want to be going too deep into the lacquer, but getting rid of the marks and that's etched in there as well. So that's what we do here, and it's very important you know that you've got the right skill set to do wet sanding work, that type of thing. Right, so now we've more or less finished the first stage of machine polishing. We've just got the bonnet to do now here. What we've found predominantly on this car is that somebody else has probably had a go at this beforehand, trying to do machine polishing, left buffer trails all over the car, and the paint depth on this in different places is quite low too. And so what we're doing now, we're moving on to the second stage of machine polishing, and as you can see, now the car is looking more like a complete mirror. So now we want to be refining the paintwork more, so we've got a very special polish on the yellow pad, and now it's all about the right speed and momentum as we do the polishing to get the correct finish, because as explained before, in the wrong hands it can be catastrophic. And what we've also seen before with this particular car, somebody with a lot of inexperience has actually added a machine to this paintwork. So they took quite a bit of lacquer off anyway in the first place, and we've had to correct all this. So now I'm going to get going now. I'm going to move on to the second stage, refine this even further and bring the gloss back and turn this car into a complete mirror. Before, you couldn't see anything in the paintwork, it was that much of a mess. Swirl marks, holograms, paint marring, everything going on. And lots of buffer trails as well, what we explained about too. So we've got rid of all them now, and we've done the first stage of machine polishing on this car. So as you can see now, looks like a complete mirror. So what we're going to do now is refine these panels here and bring this, giving it more depth of clarity, more gloss, and bringing this car and turning it back into a complete mirror. So we've got the alloy wheels back now after being fully refurbished here. A 2-day turnaround, not bad. This is fantastic service as well. What we can offer you now here at Top Car Detailing, we can have this as a bolt-on to any car detailing package you like. When you bring your car in, as you can see, we've got the lift in the workshop here. You can lift the car up off the floor, send the wheels away, and they come back looking better than brand new as well. So what we'll be doing now is coating these wheels, and these shall be going back on the Aston Martin Vantage. What we've had to do as well on this area is just some wet sanding, because there was etching marks in the paintwork. Got rid of all of them, polished it back up, and now the car is, you can't see anything there now, and it looks like a complete mirror. As you would have seen all these areas too in the pictures beforehand, you couldn't see anything in the paintwork, it was an absolute mess. Lots of swirl marks, holograms, buffer trails as well going on in the paintwork, and it took a lot of machine polishing to put this car right. The Aston Martin Vantage is now looking like a mirror once again, after many hours of machine polishing on this fantastic car. There is no coating on this car whatsoever at the moment. Well, we're another fantastic car to detail here at Top Car Detailing. So what we'll do now, we'll pull the car outside, we'll have a look round in the daylight, see how this fantastic car looks. The Aston Martin Vantage is now coated in G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra and XO V4 at Top Car Detailing. Many hours of machine polishing to turn this car around. Well, we turned this car round from a swirl mess back to a mirror finish here at the Top Car Detailing, and now it's fully protected and coated in G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra and XO V4. And this also comes with a 9-year manufacturer guarantee. If you'd like any more information on that, check out our website at www.topcardetailing.co.uk. Also hit the subscribe button below as well on our YouTube channel, and keep up to date with more nice cars that we'll be posting shortly as well. And if you subscribe as well, you'll be notified before the next video gets released. Anyhow, I'll have to go now, and I'll be back soon with another nice car. Catch you later.